Welcome to the Undisputed podcast. I'm your host, Joy Taylor. On today's show, Baron Davis stops by to talk about LaVar Ball's impact on Lonzo, plus reaction to LeBron James' dominant performance against the Hawks. And is it ridiculous for Jerry Jones to compare Dak Prescott to Peyton Manning? Skip, Shannon, let's get to it. Lonzo Ball had a solid performance last night, finishing with 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists as the Lakers lost to the Knicks. Lonzo's entire family sat in the front row for the game, and his dad, LaVar, spent much of the night trash-talking Spike Lee. ESPN also reported yesterday that Magic Johnson and GM Rob Pelinka had a meeting with LaVar a few weeks ago, asking him to tone down his public criticism of Luke Walton. We're joined by former NBA All-Star and UCLA alum Baron Davis. Welcome back.
Hello.
Good to have you.
What's happening?
So,
Come on, Shannon. Don't start, Shannon.
when does he stop?
Okay.
Start again. What impact do you think LaVar has had on Lonzo this season, Baron?
I would say it's the same impact he's been having. That's his dad. And to me, the only thing about Lonzo is he has this crazy spotlight and this magnifying glass. When you watch him play as a rookie, he make rookie mistakes. He do great things, bad things, frustrated, but you see the promise, you see the potential, and he don't say nothing. You know what I mean? He go out and he ball. So I don't really see negative or positive. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. That's their relationship, and that's really how they rock.
But the mere fact that Magic Johnson will request a meeting with the father of the second pick in the draft, isn't that concerning to you?
Yeah, I mean, one, he the father and he the CEO of, the clothing, the
Baller brand.
Yeah, the Baller brand. So, Magic and Rob Pelinka have every right, to approach him and to say that. And he got every right to, tone it down, but at the same time, he got every right, as a CEO of his brand to keep doing what he's doing, to keep pushing the spotlight on his son and his brand.
So you're a UCLA man, obviously, and we keep going back and forth because we did not hear publicly from LaVar last season as Lonzo played for your Bruins.
Right.
And yet, we're starting to wonder if behind the scenes he might have been exerting a little pressure on Steve Alford or the coaching staff to do his bidding the way he's coached Lonzo all the way up from age 5. Did you hear anything about what was going on at UCLA?
Nah, if you got a player like Lonzo, right, if I'm the coach, I'm going to give him the ball because, I'm going to trust that he makes the best decisions. And when you got a point guard like that that's special, like a lot of these young point guards are, you got to play the way they are most comfortable and the way they're going to be most successful, because they're going to make everybody better. So Lonzo at UCLA, when you watched them the year before, they struggled because they didn't get easy shots. As soon as he comes in, they get easy shots. We're about to win the national championship. I believed in LaVar, too. I thought we was going to win it. Just because of, having that piece, it allowed people that freedom. So if you have a kid like that, a point guard like that, you just kind of got to give them the freedom and let them go, let them make mistakes because they're going to learn faster.
But Luke Walton's in a very tough position. He's trying to win games, but he's also trying to get Lonzo quality minutes and get him ready for the foreseeable future. But his plus-minus is the worst on the team. He's shooting the worst of all qualified shooters. His three-point is terrible. He doesn't get to half the time he doesn't even attempt a free throw. So that's terrible. So how do I play him with his plus-minus so bad and him not being good in the fourth quarter? How do I justify that with the other guys and they're trying to win, they want to win, I want to win, but I want to play. I need to play Lonzo.
Yeah. Did you see the Lakers play last year?
I did.
Were you talking about them?
No.
Absolutely not. Did you go watch him play?
Braun came to town.
Yeah, exactly. So this year, right, are they more exciting to watch?
Yeah, but they're losing just as much.
Yeah, but they're more exciting to watch. They have promise. They've beaten teams. You know what I mean? They're winning games they're not supposed to win. It's a much better opportunity and it's a much better promise.
Would you rather pay $500 for a bad meal or $20 for a bad meal? The meal's just bad. Still bad, right?
It depends on the show.
Okay, they look good. I mean, they're getting up and down the court. They get some easy baskets, and they've shown some good things. But at the end of the day,
who's the better point? It's like, look, you got to throw this kid to the fire, right? Okay. This kid makes good decisions. He made, Brandon Ingram hit the game-winning shot. Who made the play?
Right.
this guy is making plays, dude. So you can look at the percentage, you can look at free throws, field goal percentage, 3-point, and Rondo started for the Boston Celtics, okay? And everybody said he couldn't shoot. And he turned out to be a great point guard. They said Tony Parker, when he came in, he couldn't shoot. They said I couldn't shoot. So, the first year is going to be tough. It's always going to be tough on you because you're not strong. You can't get to your spots, and you're questioning the shots you take, and that's just a rookie thing.
But your dad wasn't telling people about.
I had no daddy.
You had no significant person.
But if I had a dad like LaVar, you know what I mean? It would have supercharged me to be able to go out and it probably would have put more pressure on me to go out to want to be greater than what I wanted to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's, a lot of it is a gift and a curse, but for me, I'm just kind of like sitting back watching it because it's entertaining. You know what I mean?
Rob, Magic said, I want the entertainment product to be on the court.
On the court,
not in the stands.
No, for sure.
So what do you think about what the father has done with the second two sons, pulling them out of school, and now they're going to, guess, Lithuania to play pro basketball?
Yeah, I don't really have that's a hard one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What I think he's doing is he's challenging the system, right? The system is flawed, period, point blank. Like, from the NCAA to high school basketball to AAU basketball, that system is flawed. And so, let's get this dude some credit for saying, you know what? Like, I'm not going to let you this system dictate how my kids are going to turn pro. I'm going to do that. You know what I mean?
It seems to me once he couldn't control the situation, because this was never an option
until
Jello could not.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So how you challenge it? You challenge the system once the system doesn't work for you.
Yeah, but the system has known to fail.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of kids.
Yes.
Right? So if I'm a proud parent and I love my kids, hold on, dude, I got a chance. And now, what better time to do it now? Before, there's been parents suing the NCAA.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's been all kind of players who were supposed to make it that just fell by the wayside. Just, you know what I mean? Like those misnamed people. No parents. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now the time is you can leave high school, go overseas. You can leave high school, go to China. It's okay. It's basketball. It's your profession. So he has every right as a parent to be like, hold on, dude, you're going to spend my kid for what? For how long?
Yeah.
You're going to ruin his career?
Yeah. No, he did that. He didn't think about that before.
No, of course.
Okay.
Look, I mean, and it's also that, that falls on the authority too. You know what I'm saying? Just, just when you go into China, it falls on the authority too. You know what I mean?
They went, come on, Baron, stop.
Have you been to China?
Yes, I've been to Japan. I haven't been to China.
All right. When you go to China, right?
Yeah.
They tell you, do not do anything in China. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Right? Did they get that message? You know what I mean?
So are you holding the coaching staff?
No, I'm just saying the whole system. I'm holding the whole system responsible. I know those kids made mistakes, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And now it's showing that the system is flawed, right?
Baron, hold on, wait a minute. Now, China, Indonesia, America, Germany, Russia, you can't steal other people's stuff.
But I don't know the story, though.
You know the story.
I don't know the story.
They took something that didn't belong to them.
Absolutely.
He said on national television, everybody was taking it. I was like, well, I'm going to get my turn to take it. Now, you drive a Lamborghini.
I know, they did it in China. They did it in China. You got a
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And you stealing stuff.
I don't get it. But, you know what I mean? It's China, man. Like, you got to let them kids know, like, yo, you're not in the United States of America.
Ain't nobody that know. I mean, when you went out,
you ain't been to China. When you go to China, there's certain rules and certain countries.
Where can you go and steal people's stuff and it's okay?
Nowhere.
Okay.
Nowhere.
So I need to tell you that.
But where's the chaperone? Why do they have the freedom to go out and steal?
They went as a team. So you needed a chaperone not to go steal?
Man, I need a chaperone in China, period.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't excuse. See,
period.
You do the same. See, you're doing the
I'm not doing the law.
You're doing the same thing LaVar did because he pushed
I'm not excusing them stealing. I'm not excusing them being kids. Like, how many kids in college steal and be like, dog, why did you do that?
They wrong.
You know what I mean? Because it's just, you're dumb. You're a dumb kid and you do dumb things.
How about this?
How much dumb stuff did you do when you were 17, 18 years old?
If my brother made pro and I had a Ferrari,
and
if
you were in China,
yes.
Imagine all the dumb stuff you did. You know what I mean?
I ain't stealing.
You ain't never stolen.
No. Well, I mean, some quarters out my
Before we let you go, tell us about your Black Santa company.
Oh yeah, I always come with some gifts.
Yes, you do.
So I just wanted to, the Black Santa company. We dropped our mixtape. It's booming. And we just got more product for y'all.
I hope you got a double X for me this time.
Hey man, I got you this time.
I mean, you had me in a bench press shirt. That sweatshirt was so tight.
Yeah, because you like tight suits. No. So it's hard to figure out your size.
Green.
Yeah. What you mean figure out my?
Thank you very much.
You talking about figure out my size? You know good well I ain't no large. Joy a large.
How dare you?
Okay,
actually,
medium.
I don't care if it's a large.
Yeah, so we just dropped the mixtape.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I got the king. They know. You're supposed to put 23 on the back.
So you just have to put petty underneath it.
15, man. Martin Luther King.
Okay, that's cool.
Thank you very much, Baron.
I don't know.
Hater.
Skip ain't showing, Skip's
keeping his private. Thank you very much. And where can people go check out Black Santa Company?
BlackSanta.com. Check out the mixtape. Animation now, and so next year or the year after, we should be putting a movie together.
Don't put no short where kids stealing.
Well, I gotta have that because it's a last.
Keep it real. Baron, thanks for joining us.
Right.
No mercy. Lonzo Ball made his highly anticipated Madison Square Garden debut last night. Magic Johnson was there, and Lonzo's entire family, LaVar, his mom Tina, LiAngelo, and LaMelo, were in the front row. LaVar was just a few seats down from Spike Lee, who he trash talked with throughout the game. The Lakers lost in overtime, but Lonzo finished with 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. ESPN also reported yesterday that Magic Johnson and GM Rob Pelinka had a meeting with LaVar a few weeks ago, asking him to tone down his public criticism of Luke Walton. We're joined by FS1. Oh, sorry. Then LaVar said everybody's going.
He's still
There's
talking.
more.
Ego thing. Sorry, LaVar always has more to say. Like I'm trying to tell them what to do, or they'll be trying to tell me to tone it down. It's not about that. It's about coming together and to get a solution to this problem. It may sound crazy to other people, but I really just want the best for Lonzo, and the best for Lonzo is going to be what's best for the organization, because if everybody winning, we good. I'm going to say whatever I want to say, however I want to say it, and they said, LaVar, come and talk to us first, so that's fine too. Now we're joined by FS1 NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Sorry about that. Chris, what do you think will be the impact of the meeting with LaVar?
Absolutely nothing. We've already seen it, right?
Thank you.
Didn't they meet in the summer? Didn't they have pancakes? He cooked for Magic and Rob Pelinka and said it's just marketing.
Yeah.
And, of course, he's been quiet ever since, right?
Yeah.
So he's already proven that that's not going to be the case. And the LA Times reported that this meeting that ESPN reported about took place on November 29th.
Oh, okay.
Before they played Golden State. 6 days later is when LaVar went on Sirius XM radio and said Lonzo needs to be playing in the fourth quarters. So he's already just, not abided by their rule. So there are a few reasons LaVar won't do it. One, it's just not in him. Clearly, it's just not his personality. What is he, 50 years old?
Yep.
50-something? He's not changing
Setting his way.
at this point. Secondly, he has a brand to market. Big baller brand. He's at a Facebook television show, or if that's what I can call it.
Yep.
What is that show going to look like? What is Big Baller Brand going to look like if all of a sudden he's quiet and tones it down and all that?
They didn't say tone it down. They say just don't criticize us. Talk crazy.
Well, he's already done that. And here's the third reason he won't tone it down. LaVar really believes he's part of the Lakers brain trust. Look at the quotes. It's about us coming together. I think he feels like he said he spoke it into existence that Lonzo would get drafted by the Lakers. All of his talk may have been what got him to the Lakers. He's not stopping. It's worked so far. It may not be working basketball-wise for the three kids, but marketing and all of that is where he wouldn't be there with Spike Lee like that if he wasn't running his mouth. And what about the LaVar Ball rule? He's been quoted in ESPN since then. He's been quoted in LA Times since then. Last night he was on SportsCenter again after the game at the Garden. Like, none of this matters. The only thing that's going to help it is if Lonzo just balls. And he's, no pun intended, but if he's just playing well, then it really won't be anything to complain about. But if they struggle, LaVar's going to be saying stuff.
They did a pop-up store on Fifth Avenue yesterday. I mean, this is...
They said 5,000 people came?
Big baller.
Did they buy anything?
That's what I'm wondering. I hope they sold something.
Did.
The problem is that he was on our show and he said that, hey, ask Steve Alford. I wasn't out there coaching. I wouldn't, hey, you do that. He said that he's going to turn his boy over. He said, I'm going to turn my boy over to Magic. Yep. That's the greatest point guard ever. I've taken him as far as I can. So I thought, and then you have a meeting, and then he said it, Skip, I'm going to say whatever I want, whenever I want. So the meeting accomplished nothing.
A seed. He said it's going, sometimes you got to plant a seed.
Okay, I'm going to say, they say, well, run it by us first. I got no problem with that, but I'm still going to say what I want to say. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to say, so y'all won't be blindsided by it.
You think you'll do that? I don't think you'll do that.
No.
Because he said sometimes I got to plant a seed and put it out there so you know, let's take a look at this.
This thing is going to happen. It's going to keep going, but eventually, that smiling Magic, you're going to put his foot down. It's going to be a matter of time.
We'll see.
Well, that could mean somebody has to go, like out. Like somebody's going to have to get traded, and it's a package deal of Lonzo and LaVar. And at some point, Magic might just say, I just can't manage this.
Sometimes you got to let the hair go with the hide.
But if he plays well, I don't think Magic
I'm with you. And Magic is still enamored of this kid. He believes he is special. And by the way, this just tore me up last night because Lonzo, in his first ever night at the Mecca, you know it well, Madison Square Garden, he played pretty well.
Yeah.
He did some very good things in flashes and spurts and glimpses. You saw what was special here and there, right?
Yeah.
And then the father completely upstages the son. Completely.
High-fiving, hugging,
I'm going to say this again. I congratulate ESPN because they attempted not to feature LaVar during the telecast. And after a while, you can't help it.
He got a big red shirt on, Skip.
Thinks he did have a big red.
What, 6'6" with a big red shirt on?
He's jumping all over the place.
What you
turning around, looking in the crowd.
Look at me. That's my son. Did you see what my son just made a 3?
He out there like the big old Kool-Aid man.
Well,
hey, Kool-Aid in the big red shirt. He like, hey,
look
that's
at
my boy.
And then I was cringing over this because I love Spike Lee. I wish Spike had kind of ignored him because by association, it looked like they were on equal celebrity footing because they're trash talking and clowning with each other, right? And it kind of legitimizes LaVar that the great Spike Lee is actually cutting up with it.
And Spike normally gets into it with the players on the court.
Reggie Miller,
Jordan.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah, Spike was showing him love. Yeah. He was showing him a lot of love. I would have been more convinced that the meeting might have some effect if LaVar and Magic had been sitting next to each other. I'm not saying they were avoiding it, but, sitting next to each other and LaVar wasn't doing all the antics. Then it would have been like, okay, they are maybe on the same page and they're one, but.
He had the meeting and the dude criticized and said, that's why your record raggedy, because Luke Walton don't know how to coach my son. Now, he said this.
Yep.
And he's continuously saying these things, even after meeting, even after he said on several occasions, out of my hands now. Magic, take my kid, hey, the coach and the film study, you can take him much further than I can. I'm done with it. And I've said this, and I think Skip believes it now. It's hard for me to believe. He was this outspoken in high school, this outspoken in the NBA, but he was quiet as a church mouse in college. Come on now.
He was publicly
and everything
quiet.
went so well in college,
because
right?
Steve Alford wanted
he just let him,
boy.
Yeah, and he just let Steve just let Lonzo do his thing.
Right.
So
he did not sit him during the fourth quarter. Once that happened twice, you have effectively declared war on LaVar. That's what LaVar thinks.
And that's the thing. Even though, like I said, in his mind, he really feels like it's us. I'm a part of the decision-making process. with high school. He's not the coach officially.
Yep.
But he's the coach.
But he appointed the coach.
Yeah, and he said exactly. So he feels like the same way with the Lakers.
So what did intrigue me, and I'm a Lonzo believer, I did see more energy out of the kid last night.
Mm-hmm.
I saw more engaged. I saw more aggressive. I saw more assertive because father was sitting in the front row, and there was an interesting quote from Lonzo after the game about LaVar. He said, he's always going to be turned up. Use your phrase. Yep. I like his energy, said Lonzo. Some don't. Well, he loves his energy. He feeds off his father's energy because his father is the flip side of the son, who seems to be, from what I can gather, a little more of the mother's son. Mm-hmm. He's more laid back, lower energy. He's unselfish to a fault. He doesn't want to force the issue, either publicly or privately or to the media. He doesn't say, as LeBron said, he doesn't say a word.
Nope.
The father says all the words, but the son is almost dependent upon the energy source that is the father, right?
That's his Bundini Brown.
It is. It is. No, I agree. And it could come to the point where he's so dependent. He was coached for so many years, from 5 years old up, by the father, that maybe, you brought this up earlier, at some point you're almost going to have to get the father more involved on the bench. You know, like to be the bench coach.
You remember how Danny Manning...
Bring him on the bench?
Danny Manning Sr. was at last... Somehow Danny Manning went to Kansas. Mm-hmm. Somehow all these great high school players, their dad or their high school coach ends up on the team that they enroll at college.
There's no way that will work.
I know, I got it. But I'm just saying, there's some dependency there from number one son to father.
I think that's a great point. However, LaVar's at all the home games.
He is.
Is that
he's
different?
Out of,
it's a little.
He's not.
Yeah, it's not right course. It's like there's the aisle, and then he's in the first or second row.
But I thought he wasn't gonna be going to every game. He'd be like, I got other things.
He wasn't gonna be following them, right?
Yeah,
he's gonna be with the boys.
He's gonna be in Lithuania. Yeah, right.
But instead he took the boys out of school, so they all can follow.
So everybody's traveling. So everybody's traveling.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens when they do go to Lithuania. Is he going to send them to Lithuania by themselves?
They ain't going.
You might be right.
He
said he's going over there for a little while with them. And
I was reading, like, sometimes this team, they don't pay their players. Now, he said it's not about the money.
Well, even when they do get paid, they make, like, what, $500 a month?
$500 a month.
Hey, normally, anytime somebody tell you it's not about the money, what is it about? The money.
Well, there's already reports that Ball Mania is taking over Lithuania already. They will know. I mean, they follow Lithuania's basketball crazy. They know about all these American players, including the young ones.
He's an international superstar.
Yeah.
Not the B team.
They had a pop-up shop in China. They had a pop-up shop in New York.
You mean LaVar?
It's working for a big, well, I guess they're selling stuff. They're certainly getting a lot of publicity. But is it helping the boys basketball-wise?
Because at the end of the day, like LeBron say, winning, not location, determines what
I
people
don't
buy
know
you.
how much that matters to the kids anymore.
Really? Their dream has to be to get to the NBA.
No. I'm not talking about their kids. I'm saying kids in general. That's how we think. I don't know that that's how kids think anymore.
That's a good point. I
don't know how much it matters.
I like them 15s, LeBron. Tell Chris.
You don't have any pairs of LeBron.
I do. I got
all Jordans.
I got a couple of LeBron.
Did the South Pieces?
I ain't telling you.
No mercy. LeBron James and the Cavs keep on rolling. They beat the Hawks last night, and they've won 15 of their last 16. LeBron had 25 points and tied a career high with 17 assists, including a great behind-the-back pass to Kyle Korver for a three-pointer. Let's take a listen to LeBron after the game.
I can see plays happen before they actually happen. It's been a gift of mine for a long time, and like I said, my teammates do a great job of, making kind of that gift that I have, come to fruition at the end of it. So, I've been blessed with the ability to see things before they happen out on the basketball floor.
Bayless Shannon, how impressive was LeBron last night?
That was humble.
Yeah, I wanted to be humble. Tell it. I believe in conspicuous consumption. If you have something, flaunt it. I ain't trying to suppress what I have.
He does have the gift.
Flaunt it. He got it.
Yep.
At some point, Skip Bayless, and I'm done. Today, I'm done with it. I'm going to stop saying this is LeBron being LeBron. He's great. He ain't maintaining. He's still going up. How? In year 15. Can he do this, Skip? Do you know last night tied the third highest field goal percentage of his career? Third highest, Joy. Is that good? I mean, he shot 85% from the floor. He played 35 minutes, got up 13 shots. Kawhi Leonard played 16 minutes last night, got up 12. Oh, when did Kawhi turn into Russell Westbrook? But this was like LeBron. Skip. You see 17.
We're going to discuss.
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Kawhi
he's
right
coming
now.
For
he ain't
LeBron.
coming for nothing.
Yes, he is.
Don't nobody want to see it. He called me the other night. He said, Shay, I hear what they say. He said, I hear. He said, I'll be listening. They be sending me clips of what Skip said, what everybody be saying, who the closer now.
Wait, he watches Undisputed.
Don't worry about what he said. Me and Braun have private conversations. LaVar, I'm doing LaVar Ball. I know he told me this in confidentiality, but I got to put it out there. Yeah. But anyway, who going to close for LeBron? He going to miss Kyrie. He told me. He said, Shay, I look at Kyrie like a Monday. He look better going than coming. So we gone. Be gone, Kyrie. Now let me show you what I'm capable of since I had to suppress who I naturally am. I'm going to do what I do. 42% from the floor. 50. Skip, there have been 7 guys.
Yep.
Oscar did it 5 times. 28, 8, and 9. Russ and Harden did it last year. One shot 41%, the other shot 42%. LeBron James is shooting 58%. 58 as a 3. Not Shaq, not DeAndre Jordan, not one of these guys that's shooting the ball from 8 and in. That's what he's doing on a nightly basis. Now remember last year he had 17 assists, and then he come back, that was year 14. Normally, people don't be setting career highs as they get late in their career, but obviously LeBron, he's like, you know what? And Ty Lue said, obviously he's fourth quarter PER, we already know, assisted 3-pointer, we already know all that, Skip. But at some point in time, even you got to be in awe of what you witnessed. And I passed to Kyle Korver, he said, wait. He said, I got more of that. That wasn't even my best. I done like 7 of those in practice. Wait till you see this one between my legs from half court.
He said that he told you that?
Yeah. Me and him be talking. Because I already told you. What made him upset, Skip, is that you and a lot of other people, James Harden, 2 games of 25-17. Hold this yak for me. You saw that? Did you see what James Harden shot when he got those 25 points? LeBron James, you saw what he shot?
Yep.
13 shots. 11 or 13. He make me sick. And he need to stop flirting with them triple doubles. Stop teasing me, LeBron, and go on and get it. 25, 17, and 7. He make me sick.
7? He only had 7?
7 rebounds.
What is that about?
Wasn't no rebound.
Turn it up, LeBron.
How you gonna get rebounds? How you gonna get rebounds? You taking the ball out the net? You saw there was 20 or 38 from 3. Ain't nobody miss. But no rebounds to get.
Tell me when it's my turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Thank you. Before I address the bigger picture of how LeBron played last night and how he's played so far through whatever they played, 27 games.
We 19.
I have 2 questions that I need to ask.
Okay.
How is it that the Cleveland Cavaliers get to play the Atlanta Hawks like 30 times a year?
Don't do that, Skip.
They play them 20 times a year just in Cleveland. And I
Stop.
don't get it. Does
Stop,
LeBron
Skip.
call the commissioner before the year and say, Commish, need a little help, little Eastern Conference help here? Hawks they're gonna be terrible. We need
like
them
the
on the
Mavs.
schedule.
They terrible like the Mavs, who beat your team with your guy back.
The Mavericks are not terrible.
They would just happen to be terrible when the Cavs played them. Okay, we get it.
So the Atlanta Hawks, just for perspective, for those who have probably lost touch with the Hawks, they are now 6-21, which is the worst record in the entire NBA. 6-21. And last night, they featured such players as Taurean Prince. You know Taurean, right?
Yeah, had a good game.
And how about Tyler Kavanaugh? Do you know Tyler Kavanaugh?
Yeah, he's on a 2-way contract.
Yeah, he's a 6'9" center. He started at center last night for the Atlanta Hawks because he's on the 2-way from the Erie Bayhawks. So he's got to go back to the Erie Bayhawks.
Yeah,
he started in Cleveland at center for the Atlanta Hawks against LeBron James.
Yeah.
And then there's DeAndre Bembry. You know DeAndre, right? Great player, DeAndre. How many All-Star teams? I don't remember, but a couple maybe. I forget. But then Isaiah Taylor, the immortal Isaiah Taylor. They're just stocked with names. All-Stars.
That was the same team that you was heaping praise on when Kyrie closed the deal. They had those same players on the Hawks. They didn't play half Dominique.
So, just for the record, against the pitiful, pathetic Atlanta Hawks, 6-21, LeBron James played a game-high 35 minutes. Nobody on either team played more minutes than LeBron James played against the 6-21 Atlanta Hawks. Why is that? I don't know. It's just a question I have because He again stuffed the stat sheet, and he was really good. Those stats you just threw out, they're shockingly great. That's LeBron at his best against the worst team in the NBA. And let's go all the way to the fourth quarter. May we? Mm-hmm. So Cleveland leads after 3 quarters, 94-77. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't this be a nice night for LeBron to maybe take the final quarter off and save just a little bit of his mileage for the postseason when everybody expects LeBron to at least get to the finals? Wouldn't it be? No, he didn't. He played a game-high 9 minutes and 26 seconds of the fourth quarter.
Kyle Korver played 9:26 too.
Okay, but I'm saying that's tied for a game high, right? Mm-hmm. So anybody else play any more minutes than 9:26?
No.
Nope, no, neither team. Nobody played more than 9:26 of a blowout against the worst team in the league. How can you justify this?
Actually, it was a 24-point lead that they cut it to 13.
Oh, cut it to 13. So LeBron plays all the way to the 2:34 mark of the game. 2:34 left in the game, and at that point it's 121-105, and you're telling me you're afraid of Tyler Kavanaugh?
Yeah.
He's going to hit a couple of shots that are going to get you right back in the game. Tyler Kavanaugh of the Erie Bayhawks?
You know, Skip, this is what I'm starting to see. When LeBron James put up numbers...
Wait. It's not your turn yet.
Okay.
It's not your turn, because in the fourth quarter, the stats got padded with 3 of 3 from the field. Way to go, LeBron. He even made a 3 he took and made a 3. That's impressive. And he got a couple of rebounds. He should have gotten 5 or 6 rebounds because he had 6 assists in the fourth quarter to get to a career high 17 assists. You don't think he was aware of his numbers through 3 quarters? I need to play against the pathetic Hawks to make sure I get my 17.
Well, why not go ahead and play the final 2 minutes and 26 seconds and get 20?
Because assistant coach Ty Lue finally said, LeBron, this is insane. We got it. We're good. Okay, please come sit by me for the last 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
If you don't mind me asking. He led the NBA in minutes played last year.
And he's leading again.
Okay, yet he averaged 30 points for the entirety of the playoffs and had a triple-double in the finals. They lost the finals not because LeBron was tired, but because the Warriors were the better team. But what I'm starting to see with you...
Wait a second. What do you always tell me about Father Time? He is undefeated, correct? At some point, LeBron is going to pay for all these minutes to lead the league in minutes when you get to the postseason.
In year 20.
At some point.
In year 20.
In year 20, he's in year 15
Exactly.
now.
That's when he'll pay for it, in year 20. And instead of averaging 28 a game, he'll just average like 23.7 in year 20. That's what he's going to do. But what I'm starting to notice about you, since it's my time on the clock, what I'm starting to notice about you is that when LeBron put up these monster stat lines, you go to the amount of minutes that he's played.
Well, how can I not? You're playing the worst team in the league at home.
Hold on. You didn't say anything about Russell Westbrook putting up those numbers?
We don't talk about Russell Westbrook. I don't care.
We shouldn't. They're 12 and 15.
I don't care.
Why are we talking
talked about him yesterday
James
in
Harden.
the negative.
James Harden. Skip.
Have we lauded Russell Westbrook?
You should. Why are you lauding him?
I'm not.
You shouldn't.
I'm just saying.
You shouldn't.
This is about LeBron. Don't make it about someone. Don't deflect the blame.
No, there's no deflection.
Let it hit him right in the middle of the forehead.
LeBron James trains for this very moment. He trains his body. He eats. He gets the proper rest. He gets the right people around him to make sure.
I admire
if
that
I need
greatly.
to go 42, I can give it to you.
But he doesn't need to go 42. He just goes 42 because he is stuffing the stat sheet.
Oh, like Tom Brady tried to throw that pass, that touchdown?
Oh, please.
Oh, and they got an illegal procedure and got backed up, Joy, like that?
Yeah. How many games do you play in the NFL? Oh, you only play 16.
Yeah.
What are you doing against the Atlanta Hawks? Please explain it to me. Justify it.
Okay. One game in the NFL is like 5 games in the NBA.
You play like 20 games, really.
If you play 16 times 5 is what? 80, right, Joey? I'm good at math, round numbers. As long as you stick to zeros.
You weren't good at math.
I'm not, but as long as you stick to zeros, keep the zeros and 5 and stuff on the end, I can come up to even numbers. I'm good with stuff like that.
How can you justify that many minutes against that bad a team? Help me out. It's clear what he's doing, and I'm okay with it. He is stuffing the stat sheet. He cannot catch that ghost in Chicago in the NBA Finals. It's over. The ghost was 6-0. He's 3-5.
Hey.
And it's just going to get worse.
Well, Tom Brady ain't the GOAT then, because Joe Montana was 4-0. That boat is long sailed.
Wait. You told me even before the Super Bowl, you said that Tom Brady is better than Joe Montana. You admitted it.
Hey, I'm like LaVar. I say a lot of things in the heat of the moment.
The heat of the moment. Oh,
but
take it back.
Skip, here's the thing. At some point in time, Just marvel at the greatness.
I
in which
am.
see.
But you know what? I'm going to give you this. In year 15, he is a little better than he's ever been. The numbers scream it. But I'm not going to give you what was last night? Tuesday night against Cleveland, even pre-Christmas. I keep telling you, the NBA season starts on Christmas Day.
But here's the thing, though. But you was getting, when Kyrie was scoring 37 and 47 on a Wednesday and on a Tuesday, you had no problem.
He's 25 years old and had the audacity to say, I'm going to go with this young team over here, and I want the king.
Yeah, and LeBron said,
I'm staying in the East.
And LeBron said, I'm going to put foots in you.
Okay, we'll put foots, but you're putting foots in the Hawks.
Yeah,
With the Hawks.
And the Mavericks. And we put
you're
foots.
just piling up stats against the Atlanta Hawks.
And we did the Hornets the same way, and the Mavs, because the Mavs gave it to y'all. Because think about it, Skip. This is what we're going to talk about this later. Kawhi came back, and guess what? Y'all still going to be third. The Warriors
You are so wrong about that. I'm going to bite my tongue until we discuss this.
Bite it!
Yeah, because he's coming for you.
He don't want to see Bron. He don't want to see Bron.
Bron doesn't want to see him and them in the finals.
See me.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you this. LeBron is averaging career high 58% from the field. That's sensational. It's awe-inspiring. I give it up to you. He's 42% from the three-point line. It's unheard of. It's career high.
Go finish above 40.
It won't last. Want to bet?
Yeah.
Want to bet? No, you don't want to bet.
I want to bet.
Because you already bet me like 12 cases of Diet Mountain Dew that he's going to finish above 80 from the free throw line.
Be there.
And he's at 76 right
That's
now.
okay.
And it's starting to teeter.
No.
Starting to trend down.
The next two games, he'll be like 10 or 11. It'll bump it right on back up to like 79.3.
He's also averaging a career high 4 turnovers a game. But I'm going to just let that one go for now because we're talking good LeBron. Great LeBron.
But Skip, he's attempting things that who else would have tipped that pass behind the back for a Kyle Korver 3?
He's clowning the Hawks.
We clown everybody.
Clowning them.
We clown everybody.
It's
the
like,
Wiz.
Seriously, the Hawks were do you remember the Washington Generals who
yes,
had
I
to
remember.
play every night against the Globetrotters?
Yes.
Yeah, they're just the paid extras. Like they're just supposed to put on,
But you said
make it look good.
You said that about the Hornets. That beat OKC. Because everybody, LeBron give people the business, and then you do.
Okay, well, if he plays somebody legit and he gives them the business, I'll come in here and say, that was legit.
They played Houston. They lost the game, but did he not give them the business?
No, he lost the game.
Oh, so
what is your restaurant?
Okay, so I just want to
lost the game.
You're right.
If he had won the game, I'm good.
I just want to
You're
make sure.
serving moral victories now?
No. So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. So LeBron James can have a game where he scores 10 points, shoots 4 of 26 from the field. As long as they win, everything's all good. I just want to get you on record saying that.
Give me Golden State. Give me San Antonio. Give me somebody legit from the West. Or give me Boston. Give me Boston.
We just did Boston.
You did it in the opening game. They lost Gordon Hayward.
Opening games don't count. First game of the season don't count.
They lost Gordon Hayward. A pall was cast over the whole game.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, they were.
When we put them foots up in it.
Put foots up in it. You were losing when Gordon Hayward went down.
Yeah, Kyrie.
No mercy. Dak Prescott finished with 3 touchdown passes and threw for over 300 yards for the first time this year as the Cowboys blew out the Giants on Sunday. Dallas is now 7-6 heading into their Sunday night matchup in Oakland. Yesterday, Jerry Jones complimented Dak on his work ethic and even compared him to an all-time great. Jerry said, quote, he's a tremendous worker, and you used to hear those kinds of things about Peyton Manning, just how much he invested in everything he does every practice.
Did you see that throw to Jason Witten in the end zone? Bullet.
We're joined by Rob Ryan. Welcome, Rob. Spent 2 years as the Cowboys defensive coordinator. Shannon, let me start with you. Do you have a problem with Jerry?
Yes. It's not good enough now, Rob, to give somebody a compliment. You know, he studies really hard. He prepares. We got to go to all-time great. It's not good enough to say, you know what, she looks good, but she looks better than this person. Oh, Skip. What about, hold on. You had a Hall of Famer in Troy Aikman. You had a Tony Romo. So if I'm Tony Romo, if I'm Troy Aikman, I'm feeling some type of way. You bypassed us and talk about somebody you have no knowledge about. I've heard about the Loch Ness Monster. I heard about Bigfoot. I haven't seen him. Have he seen Peyton Manning prepare? Peyton Manning came into the NFL with that. Peyton Manning was this Christmas toy, no assembly required. You take it out the box, Joy, and you start playing with it. That's what Peyton Manning was. They didn't tell Peyton, oh, Peyton, now be careful with the ball. Peyton Manning, I think, led the league in interceptions his
did.
rookie year.
Yep.
They say, Peyton, figure it out. He didn't have a guy to, we're going to run the ball 50 times a game. We're going to let you throw it 10 times a game so you have a good QBR. That is what Peyton Manning did. Why do we have to go to all-time great? Oh, he has a nice arm. Oh, his arm's better than John Elway or Brett Favre. Can the guy just have a nice arm, Rob? Why can't Dak just, you know what, I've seen the maturation. My question, if I'm Dak Prescott, I'm having me a press conference. You ain't say that last year. Romo was around. You ain't say nothing like that. You ain't even give me a vote of confidence. Had old Romo lurking around in the background in the hallway looking at me side-eye trying to Tanya Harding me. But you ain't say that last year. But now all of a sudden, you ain't got nobody but me. Oh, he studied hard. He was studying harder than old Peyton Manning. You criticized old Doug Peterson when he said that about walking
so
through
did you.
I did, and I got a problem with this because you gonna talk about somebody that got Peyton Manning
Yeah,
work
but he
ethic.
didn't just say Peyton's work ethic, Doug Peterson. He said he sees traits like talent traits.
I see it too.
Peyton and Brett Favre in walk it to him win.
I saw it. I saw it on display Sunday, Joy.
Yeah, you did.
This is what I know.
Yeah.
Your guy without Zeke went 3 games without throwing a touchdown. My guy on a torn ACL on one play throw a touchdown. That's all I saw. You saw that too, huh, Rob?
I mean, he was actually throwing to another receiver, but that's okay.
On a torn ACL.
It's okay.
My guy got a torn ACL, throws a touchdown. Your guy without Zeke, healthy, 5 picks, 0 tubs in 3 games. Take it away, Rob. I know you upset too.
I tell you what.
And then he got a star on his elbow.
Hey, he does.
Skip, did you notice that?
Look at that.
He got a Cowboy star. I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done.
He's the face of the franchise.
I'll get my stuff. I can't.
changed
I can't.
the
Joe, I can't.
Here's the thing. Of all people, people that, are emotionally invested and are passionate.
Absolutely.
Okay? Well, that's Jerry Jones. How many owners are out there like him? Not many. I get it. Well, should they not say anything? Look, he's passionate about his football team. Simple fact is, no one looked worse for 3 weeks in a row than the Cowboys. All right? They come back after that Thanksgiving debacle. That was the worst.
It was the worst.
Jerry goes into the locker room and picks that team up by giving them words of encouragement and things like that, and it worked. Look, they came back with Sean Lee. They've won 2 games in a row. And this is a huge game, obviously, because they can get Elliott back. He's trying to give confidence to somebody. He believes it. He's that encouraged and that passionate about something because he feels, man, this kid prepares, he does all these things, and he actually does. He's a young man that works hard like a veteran. So he's encouraged. Today's athletes, they're not as invested as when you guys used to play all the time, when the whole team, they all had to be together and they all had to watch film together on their own. Like, it was crazy. You don't see that very often anymore. And I think he's so encouraged by this guy's work ethic, by the way he does go about himself, that, okay, could he have been a little carried away? Yeah, but that's Jerry, and I think that's what makes him such a great owner.
I didn't see Peyton Manning in no commercials in his second year. Did you see that, Joey? I know you were small.
It's a different time.
Exactly. So don't say that then. So what was he supposed to say? I wanted him to say, well, he got study habits like Jamarcus Russell. Oh, okay.
I was there and saw those.
Yeah. I ain't gonna go. There's a lot of.
You saw those.
I did. We won 2 games, and we had number 3 defense in football.
So, Coach,
we
when you coached the Dallas Cowboys defense, how intrusive did you find Jerry Jones in what you were doing with your unit? Did he?
No.
Was he involved?
No, he would be there to encourage players and things like that. Did he have a couple run-ins every once in a while? But look, he's the owner of the team, and he is passionate about it. So Steven's there, they're working kind of as a general manager, but no one's more invested in their team than the Jones family.
So you were okay
I was
with
encouraged by it. Remember, I had worked for Al Davis for 5 years. I loved Al Davis, and I know, hey, believe me, he was involved. He was involved in my job and everybody's job. What the Jones family wants is the best for their team, and it's the best as they see it. And I enjoyed it. It's a breath of fresh air when you have people like that all pulling in the same direction.
So when I first read the headline on this story, I eventually found it shockingly misleading because the headline said, Jerry compares Dak to Peyton Manning, and he says Dak has been better without Zeke. What? So as I read, I say, no. He just compared Dak's work ethic to Peyton's. How would Jerry know? Because some coach or GM told him that Dak works as hard as Peyton. Somebody who's been around Peyton said that to Jerry. Trust me on that, because Jerry absorbs everything he hears at an owner's meeting or some coach told him that. Mm-hmm. But the point is, I agree with you. I cringed because I covered Troy Aikman, and you want to talk about committed? Yeah. You want to talk about nose to the grindstone? You want to talk about taking it almost too seriously? Practice? Yeah. Nobody screwed up in practice, or they heard about it from Troy. Yeah. So is Dak better than Troy in work ethic? No, he's just not. Tony Romo, I get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, because Tony, he likes to play his golf, and he likes to. I'm not sure Tony was ever as committed, and you were around Tony.
Tony prepared hard. Like he was in there
cooking
all
out
the time, and
beer.
But he
belly?
He prepared. Well, maybe he is now, but I know when he was playing quarterback, he was in that office all the time, working by himself, and I'd see him in there all the time.
Okay, so this is Jerry's new toy. It's Dak, and he's getting enthusiastic again because they've started to turn it around. Mm-hmm. And his point about he's been better without Zeke because he had to grow up without Zeke. That's what it sped up his maturity process.
I believe he will be better because of it.
Yes, it forced him to go through 3 of the worst games I have ever suffered through in my Cowboy fandom life, because those were debacles, all 3.
He had to go 3 games, so imagine what walking to him had to do all of last year when he didn't have no running game. It forced him to grow up.
He had to go through a whole year of it.
That's what
it was terrible. It was terrible. They had to rebuild his delivery.
They rebuilt what about them 33 tubs?
This year.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it took a whole offseason.
And he's going to finish in the number 2 in QBR.
So, as our coach here has just pointed out, the Dallas Cowboys have turned it around, and I'm intrigued by what you're seeing on the defensive side in the last 2 games. Now, Sean Lee came back.
Oh, but stop it!
Well, no, I want to hear.
The crazy thing is this. Here's the thing. It's obvious now. Look, Sean makes a huge difference for that team on defense. He really does. And they play good defense when he's there. When he's not there, they're the worst defense in football. I mean, that's just – I mean, I've never seen a game like the Thanksgiving game where the Chargers absolutely abused them. That was the worst I've seen a defense play.
What about that pick 6 that Dak threw? That was Sean Lee's fault?
No, but
what about that roll when he threw that?
Was he not trying to get the team back in the game? I mean, at that point, he was just trying to make a play. But look, that's not him. To me, Dak he's going to see the open receiver and get the ball to the open receiver. It's what he does best, and he protects the football. When you get in an end-of-game situation and you're getting blown out by 40 points and you can't stop anybody, now he's trying to do too much.
Which is what happened at Denver.
And last year, when they ran the ball, they had the league's leading rusher, and they didn't.
And that makes a huge difference, especially with a quarterback that's built the way Dak is, who's going to protect the team.
What happened to Tom Brady on Monday night? They had 25 yards rushing, and he threw 2 interceptions.
Yeah. 43 attempts.
It happened to the greatest quarterback ever.
No.
Every quarterback needs a little. Are you back on? Oh, now you've switched. You jumped back on the Montana bandwagon.
I like Brady. I won 2 Super Bowls with Brady. I'll stick with Brady.
I'm out on that. Man, he getting tattoos. So what happens when he get traded or he get released from the Cowboys? What are you going to do with that?
I will agree with one point you made. I'm starting to get a little nervous because every other commercial now features Dak Prescott. And it took a little time to make all those commercials because you know how long it takes to make a commercial.
Can we do that again? That was great, but can we do it one more time?
How about take 60?
Yeah.
You know, right?
Well, if you're good, you don't have to do that many takes.
No, they make it. Skip, where is our commercial going to air?
I don't know.
I don't know. We did a Cowboy commercial. I think that thing got carried real early. He got Joey. He got a Cowboy tattoo?
He's the face of the franchise.
Maybe he just likes the design. Lots of people have that tattoo. People get star tattoos.
No, they don't. No. They don't play for the Cowboys.
No.
So what happens if he plays for another team? What are you going to do? He going to get another?
I was going to say, I hope he doesn't get traded.
I mean, just change the color.
What are you going to get? What are you going to get? A giant tattoo?
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on?
When are you getting a tattoo?
Oh no.
No?
You can't see it if I did get it, so I'd be wasting my money. Skip, why Jerry didn't say Tony Romo? Because you saw how he come after training. He had all off season, and then he come in overweight. How you do that?
Well, Rob said he's committed during the season.
He is. The cookout.
Tony Romo is. Oh, my goodness.
Rob, You saw that picture. You saw that picture with that jersey.
I actually didn't see it, but
you heard about it.
Hey, look, I don't know what it is. I know he's committed.
No mercy. Aaron Rodgers is back. NFL Network is reporting Rodgers will start for the 7-6 Packers at Carolina on Sunday. Rodgers posted this old image of himself in a hospital bed saying he's been medically cleared to return. He broke his right collarbone back in October, but has reportedly been impressive at practice the last couple weeks. Shannon, should the Packers start Rodgers?
Yes, if he's medically cleared and the player feel confident that he can go out there and get the job done, he should play. He's a football player, Skip, and that's what he does. He was hired to play the game of football, to be the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Now, medically, hey, you're good to go. Is healed. We looked at the scans. We looked at the x-rays, the MRIs, whatever test they've given him, you're good. Okay, Aaron, how do you feel? Because remember, we saw a situation very similar to this a couple of years ago with Tony Romo. Tony Romo felt good the first game, nothing happened. But the moment he got hit and got planted on that shoulder, guess what? He was out again, cracked.
I think Romo elected not to have surgery. So, but whatever, it's the same idea.
So we're gonna find out. But I believe he should play, Skip, if he's been cleared, if he feels confident that he can go out there and get the job done. But throwing scout team, when you have a red jersey on, as opposed to being the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, you have something on the line. The Carolina Panthers have something on the line, and your jersey is just like everybody else's. They're not going to lay you down. They're not going to, get close to you and pull off. They're going to try to put you down on that shoulder. So if you feel comfortable that you can go out there and get the job done, Skip, I got no problem with it. But he needs to understand what comes along with this.
Well, he posted yesterday that he was cleared, so I'm going to accept his word for it. I don't know exactly what the Packers think, if they're still 50-50 on it.
Right.
But to me, I'm going to speak as if I'm in Aaron Rodgers' shoes right now. This is no-brainer to me. I'm just going to play.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. The NFC right now is on a silver platter for somebody to win, because in all my years of covering the NFL, I can't remember, especially the NFC, being this wide open this late, because Vegas now favors Vikings just slightly over Eagles to win the NFC, and the Vikings have Case Keenum at quarterback, and the Eagles have Nick Foles at quarterback.
So I guess they like Case Keenum a little better than Nick Foles.
Okay, well so then I look down the list and I say, Falcons, Saints, it's okay, Rams, Seahawks. They're all flawed in Carolina. They have all had some positives and some scary negatives this year. All of them have had. Where you said, really? That's it? And so if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I say, and again, I'm going off the football power index here, it gives Green Bay a 9% chance of making the playoffs. But if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I think, what if we pull this off? So they got to go to Carolina, then they get the Vikings at home on a Saturday night, and then they have to finish at Detroit. Not that easy.
Right.
But what if he pulled that off and he got in the tournament?
Of all the teams that you mentioned Seattle, you mentioned the Rams, you mentioned the Eagles, you mentioned Minnesota and the Panthers. What can all of them do? Hit your quarterback.
I can hit your quarterback.
All of them, with the exception of Green Bay, routinely hit your quarterback.
Okay, but this quarterback, if he gets in the tournament and faces any of those quarterbacks, would I give him the quarterback edge over any of these teams? I would. No, seriously.
Skip, if he has to go on the road against Philly, if he has to face any of those defenses.
Okay, I got you. Okay, but if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I'm starting to get up there in age and I'm looking back at what I've accomplished in my career, it has now been 7 seasons since he won his one and only Super Bowl and his one and only Super Bowl appearance. 7 seasons. He is 5-6 since that Super Bowl victory in the postseason. 5-6, and he is 0-2 in NFC Championship games. Well, it's starting to feel a little bit to me like Tiger-esque, where I tweeted this the other day after the Bahamas tournament. Tiger hasn't won a major in almost 10 years, going on 10 years, and he's still times 10 the biggest name in golf.
Right.
Well, that's just mind-blowing to me.
Right.
Well, it's sort of, this is starting to happen to Aaron Rodgers. He's still regarded as the, quote, I don't regard him, but a lot of people do, including you and many others on the show, the best quarterback in football. Well, he doesn't have much to show for it in the last 7 going on 8
Well,
seasons.
this would be if he were to pull this off, if he were to come back and he would go 3-0 and then make the playoffs, this will be his second greatest accomplishment. Going 4-0 in the playoffs would be obviously number 1, but this would be his second greatest accomplishment because you're beating the teams. You look at those teams' record. Carolina, what are they? 8-4.
Well,
9-4 now.
Wouldn't this be his biggest accomplishment?
Well,
I mean, not.
Well,
what if they go win the Super Bowl?
Well, obviously that would do it. Because think about it, Skip. He had to go on the road. He went on the road every game to do what he ended up doing what he did. But, Skip, I agree with you. He should play. He's been cleared. The doctor says, hey, you get a clean bill of health from us. Aaron says, hey, he's tweeting it like he feels good, like he feels confident that where he is right now medically. So with that being said, hey, Brett Hundley did exactly what you'd ask a backup quarterback to do.
Sure.
He kept them in striking distance.
He did.
Now you bring the big gun in. Okay, bring us home. That's all you can hope, Skip. You ran the relay. Joy, you ran the relay. I ran the relay. All I wanted to do was keep it close. Keep it close to the big ankle leg. Let old Big Shay come home.
Oh, you were anchor?
You
did not run anchor.
Wait a second. You're a 4.840 guy.
You did not run anchor.
I'm waving him home. Come on. Keep me close.
Wait. He's waving from the sideline.
No. I ran
Go.
Not on the mile relay. Mile relay.
The mile relay?
Yeah.
You ran the mile relay.
4x4. Yeah. I ran second leg in the 4x1.
That's not anchor.
On the mile relay, I was the anchor leg. Anchor.
Yeah, but your school had like 50 kids in it, right?
But we blowing the doors off some of the kids that had 1,500 kids up in it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying, Joy?
I hated the 400.
Okay, back to reality.
That was reality.
Reality. So there are 2 teams that have minuscule chances of even making the playoffs that I would love to see in the playoffs. And that would be Aaron Rodgers' team, and that would be the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys.
It's not going to happen.
According to Football Power Index, they have a 4% chance. 4%.
4.
Aaron's got a 9%. Get either of those teams in, get Dallas in with Zeke and with Sean Lee.
One of them, Green Bay.
Okay. Well, fine. But either one of them, I would like their chances. In fact, I would love their chances.
I mean, that's anything's possible because they gave Doug Jones going into the last night, they gave him like 3% chance and he won. So anything's possible, Skip. But it's not going to happen. So I don't want you to get your hopes up.
I don't have any hopes.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you, hypothetically, if either Aaron Rodgers or Dak and company got into the playoffs, that would be dangerous to anybody who faced them.
Santa will not be bringing you any playoff success.
I don't know.
And that's what you're hoping to open in a couple of weeks. It's not going to happen.
Well, I don't know.
I know.
There's a committee. You know, they got a new deal in pro football. It's like college. The committee has to vote on who gets in. And the committee's going to do the eye test on Dallas after they win out, and they're going to say, they're in.
And that's what I love about the NFL, because you know what you got to do, Skip? You got to play your way in. In a lot of these other sports, you play your way out. You look at hockey, they take it almost everybody to the playoff. Basketball, you got to just be like 20-62 for you not to make the playoff. But in the NFL, you play your way in.
Currently, what does your eye test tell you right now?
My eye test tell me walk it to him is the MVP, and Philly ain't to be monked with.
Well, walk it to him can barely walk now.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Fold them Bowls. Bowls got some. You know what, Skip? I'm hoping with a chance to make the playoffs that y'all go into that last game against the Eagles. And the Eagles need that last game to secure home field. And I want Jim Schwartz to turn them loose. I want him to turn them loose.
Go look at Foles' goal in his first year starting in Philly against Dallas at Philly.
That was long time ago.
Okay.
Long time ago. Yep. You remember that? Remember the Titans? When he called them over there, he said, I don't want him to get another yard. Jim Schwartz he gonna call a timeout.
I would love this.
Fletcher Cox.
We got to get to
Barnett, Chris Long, Jernigan, and Brandon Graham.
We're taking them one at a time. We got Oakland next.
Come on, Oakland. Come on, Beast Mode.
Yep.
Keep it real. You cried the first time you watched Remember the Titans.
And then they played that. You know, actually, I was in Baltimore, and they played that in the montage. They had it up there with all our quotes. Tennessee, the crowd was going frenzy. Don't worry about it. Whatever they say, we said it. What y'all gonna do about it?
Did you make one catch?
Hey, big play, Shay!
No mercy. Thanks for listening to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. Join us again at the same time tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern. We'll see you then.
Fox Sports 1 of 1.